And Radio Jack, Radio Jack.
Are you on the stream?
Not yet. I have no mouse on my laptop, so mouse is not functioning right now.
I wonder if I'm
God's
accidentally.
sake.
I could be accidentally streaming this to Twitch. What am I streaming on? Surely not.
I'll check for you. Easy F Mistake is live. Yeah, you're live on YouTube.
Oh, okay, okay, we're live on YouTube. Yeah, do an audio check, please. Oh, we're live!
We're good. We're live. Yeah.
Go on, Jake. Have a chat.
Huh?
Audio test.
Oh. Hello.
Audio test.
Yep. Jake's here.
Jake's here. Right, let's do it. So, should we put us in a game? Something.
If you want, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Cool. Right, everyone, welcome to COD of the Hour. Today, me and Jake will be interviewing the one and only Optic Shamrock. Real player, by the way, plays in the Call of Duty Challenges. Welcome, Optic Shamrock. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, bro. Thank you so much for having me on the first episode of this podcast.
You're
Pleasure
very
to be
welcome,
here.
my G. So, let's start off with a simple little chat about Miami Strike. Jake, how do you find Miami Strike? How do you think it plays?
Oh, I love the map. Absolutely class. The lighting, the specification of it. It's like heaven.
It's sick, isn't it? It's decent. It's decent. Jack, what do you think of it yourself?
Well, I think a lot of people have different feelings towards the map. Some people don't like, and some people do. But for me personally, it's a great addition to the game because of, you know, when it was in the game originally, right? You have the darkness, and
Yeah.
that could always have been like a bad thing for some players. But now with the brightness added to the map, I feel it gives a bit more competitive and a bit more awareness on the map.
It's a lot more like graphically pleasing. Do you know what I mean?
It definitely is.
Like oh god. Okay, so every time we might go into a game, the audio will probably cut, but I mean we'll just have to cut off Optic Shamrock right now. Yeah, give it a little wait. If you have any questions, please comment them in the chat. It's always welcome, and we will always answer most of the time, unless we get famous, which we won't. So here we go. Right, we're in. Yeah, but Jake, do you reckon on League play Miami Strike could be used for any competitive game modes?
Too small.
Too small.
Way too small.
Would not.
Right.
I mean, Hardpoint is a 3-point hardpoint map, so it'd be like Crossroads, but or 4-point. Is it 3 or 4-point? It's 4-point, I think. It'd be like Crossroads, maybe.
I think you just gotta wonder what's gonna actually happen now when it's brought into the CDL. Is it gonna change how each teams play up, or are the plays still gonna remain the same for some teams?
Well, I mean, Jack, you are a member of Optic, so if anyone's gonna know that, it would most likely be you. What do you see happening? Do you think this is gonna be in the game?
Miami Strike. I think they will add it personally.
Really?
Because there are a lot of CDL players that do have a bit of hatred towards Miami in the dark, and I think that a bright map might actually help them out. And it might bring a bit more, I guess you could say, balance to some players on the field towards Miami, or maybe they might just take Miami out completely in the CDL and replace it with a more
possibly
map that's favourable.
I don't know. I think they'll keep it for Search and Destroy. Jake, like.
Oh yeah, definitely, because there's good plays you can carry out in Miami, of course. And then in the daylight, you can be very exposed, and especially with the new construction build they've put into the map, that's gonna add a whole new play to the map. A lot of people are gonna camp there, and it's gonna be used as a very good hideout spot to catch off on the B plant. The A plant obviously is gonna be a lot more tighter. The sniper play down that flank is gonna be more in the middle than it is on the left side. That left beach side is completely taken out.
Yeah.
So I guess
switching rally points.
Plays will change completely.
They've opened up a little bit down Canal side as well, which I think is pretty cool. But
Yeah, 100%.
you know, we'll see. We'll see how
That
it
street
plays.
side though is going to be a huge play, I think,
We'll see how it
for
plays.
many popular CDL teams.
And someone's just been tomahawked from... I don't want to focus too much on the gameplay, so I might not even rack up some kills, you never know. I have just been quick crossbowed, or whatever you call it. Jake, do you reckon we'll be playing it in League anytime soon, or is it?
Absolutely not.
No. I agree with you, I wouldn't have thought it would be...
Respawns modes, the spawns would be all over the place. Packed. There's no way to flank around enemies because they'd be spawning everywhere, and it's too small for us.
Yeah. Point, I agree with you. I would like to see it in there though. I think it's a cool concept. I mean, a daylight version, but I think the map... Oh my god, I've been done by this guy again. Fucking hell. I think the map is a little bit small. But if they made it like... Say they... Okay, if you have the map design, fine, you cut off the beaches and whatnot. But you keep some of the open street quite open and more out to the right. Like, you can go the whole way across pretty much just to the beach. I don't think it's still... I think that would make it more playable.
Yeah.
Switching rally points.
But we'll see. Anyways, next on the list... Jack, you got a big tournament tomorrow. Me and Jake are commentary on the tournament. How are you feeling about it? You got a big match against your #1 rival, Rio, or the Curry Muncher.
We got the bomb.
How are you feeling
honestly,
about it?
I think it's, you know, even if I do lose the game, I do feel I'll lose to some sort of cheap way, whether that's camping or just, I don't know, completely being unlucky. But at the end of the day, it's the best player wins, you know.
Would you say you're the best player on that team?
Well, like, I don't want to go into this very cocky, to be honest.
Yeah, of course.
So, you know, you got to be
Fucking hell,
expecting any outcome in a 1v1 situation. So
I think you've got it. I think you'll be fine.
I guess it really depends on the mindset that I take into the game. You know, if it doesn't, if I go with a very cocky mindset, it can always change the outcome. So
yeah, of course.
You know, I just gotta, I guess, be calm going into it, play it smart, and yeah, I think that's simply it, and that's what I think every player should take going into their 1v1 tomorrow. They should be smart in how they play, regardless of who they're against.
I agree. So for the tournament, there's no. I mean, obviously, you're a main sniper player. There isn't snipers allowed. How do you feel about that? Do you feel you're going to be alright, or?
Well, I guess the league changes with the no overkill has made a difference on my sniper plays. You know, I've definitely tried to adjust to an SMG now, I guess, or an assault rifle. And
but
my accuracy isn't bad.
It will be small. It will be small range map. So I mean, it'll be. You're probably best off using an or something.
Therefore, there's no need to use a sniper on them. I think you know you're more. You'd actually be kind of, I guess, stupid to use a sniper on a map like that.
Yeah.
So.
I wouldn't have said you needed to. I think you'll be alright, to be honest. But you know, I think. So if we take a look at the maps, Jake. So we got a few good games lined up for tomorrow night. We got kicking off round 1. We got Dylan versus Jiggly Tits Michael. What do you think the outcome of this one is? Granted,
I reckon Michael's going to be on the strong side today. He's been absolutely performing. He's a key player on our team, and I reckon he's going to get the win.
Really? That's a ballsy statement right there. Ballsy statement. Michael for the win against that one. I mean, I can see it happening, but I don't. I think they're both good tier players.
We have to take into account, gentlemen. We have to take into account that internet it's going to be a major play. Like your connection can actually decide your performance. So if Michael's connection isn't looking good for him, Dylan could have the major upper hand. But if Michael is playing well and has good connection, I don't know, it could be game over for Dilly Boy.
I mean, obviously, Jack, you've played many LAN tournaments before. Is it hard playing on Wi-Fi? Like, is it a big difference? Obviously, being an Optic player, being on the main roster.
Destroy the objective.
Yeah, I'd say, it's definitely difficult. You gotta have that good, strong connection, or else it's really gonna, affect your performance.
Yeah, of course.
So, internet really has to be a good priority for everyone.
Indeed. So, game 2 is Shamrock Rio. I mean, anything could really happen with that, to be honest.
The bomb has been planted.
There's no
the
guarantees.
Anything can happen. Exactly as I said, if we go into the first match, anything is a possibility when it comes to tournaments like these. So,
I have to admit, though, if I was putting a bet on, my money's on you with that.
I appreciate it again, but as I said,
He might he might out camp you. I mean, what do you? Obviously, you have a lot of beef with Rio. Is it sort of washed now, or is it all on tomorrow's game? Is I think what the fans.
Well, I think I've just honestly kind of had enough of it, to be honest.
Rally points.
I think I've started less responding to it and just not giving him the attention that he needs. He just wants to keep throwing shit at me. He can, by all means, he can do that. I can't really steal his right to speak.
Bit immature, really.
No,
I think, honestly, but
We've pulled ahead.
Yeah,
Jake,
but he can
Jake,
just block someone,
what do you think of their
if he really
beef?
wants to.
I like it some days it's very annoying. But all round, a good laugh.
Yeah, it's a good laugh indeed. On that note, Jake, what are you? I'm just fed up of getting quick scoped with a fucking crossbow by PC players.
Take a moment to regroup, then prepare to redeploy.
Miles and Cody, interesting game. I mean,
Very good lineup that one is.
There's a lot of beef there as well, Jake. What do you think?
Switching rally
I've
points.
got a belief in my little ginger biscuit, and he's gonna have him.
Really? So Cody for the win.
Yeah.
Shamrock, what do you think?
I think what we have on our table here, gentlemen, is two very skilled players. Obviously one player
Neutralize the
camps with a
objectives.
field mic a lot, and that obviously isn't in the tournament, so he's
That
gonna
is
be.
banned.
He will have a disadvantage, but I think he can work with it.
Enemy spy
As
plane
many
inbound.
times that he uses
Bomb dropped.
a field mic, I feel he'll actually be alright.
Miles, I would say, is one of the stronger players in the roster. Known as MJ or Michael Jackson.
Miles has a lot of talent.
Talented guy, definitely a talented guy. I'm looking forward to seeing that game. Whether
Only one
Miles shows
hostile
up or not
remains.
is a different story, but I mean, he's scheduled in
Exactly.
to play. If not, the win goes to Cody, which will be a little
Bomb
interesting.
online.
You know, it is what it is. So, and then
Yeah,
the
again, internet, if he lags out, it's gonna be really bad against him.
final game is Xblobs versus Buki. Buki being the only girl in the tournament, does she stand a chance?
No.
And there you have it,
Yeah,
folks.
I don't. Yeah, Bookie's internet again also plays and her
Good job,
performance.
B&D. Prep to
It lacks
reinsert.
consistency a lot of times,
There's more
and
consistency.
again, it's gonna cost her heavily.
Oh, this.
I think Blobs.
Switching
I think
rally
he's the
points.
favourite to win that one. I think he should run through it, but he hasn't
I
been
mean,
on in a week.
The only thing is
Or
with
two.
Blobs has had to take a month off due to personal reasons.
Defend the objectives.
Coming back fresh with 1 day at practice, 2 days of practice at best, he might struggle in this game. But we'll see. But overall bets, who you guys got to win the tournament? Jack, if you don't say yourself. Jake, who have you got on it?
I reckon Cody.
Cody win.
I
Fair point.
reckon when he performs, he's one of the best.
He's up there. He's definitely up there. Shamrock, who do you think?
Excellent work, squad. Stay focused.
I'd say Cody has it in the bag.
Cody seems to be the
Cody-
popular one. Any
Cody or if
potential?
Switching
Dylan,
sides.
Cody or Dylan, I'd say.
See, I was gonna say Dylan's a big underdog because no one really knows how he plays in this tournament. But
And I think he can use that to his advantage. No one knows his playstyle.
I think
Liquidate all
with
objectives.
certain guns
Charges acquired.
banned and certain things banned, I think it's a very different game to what everyone's used to. So we'll have to see how it plays out, really. I mean,
Yeah,
you never
exactly.
know.
We are pulling ahead.
But so next on the podcast list, we actually
We
have
lost the bomb.
the gun changes to the game. Jake, SMGs, how is that? How is that affecting our league team?
It's the SMGs. You can't use them anymore.
No.
They're just if they
Finish
feel
this.
unusable against ARs and can't win gunfights against.
I agree. I think they just toned them down too much. Like I get. We had the M4A. I see. This is where I think if they just left the game as it was, it'd be fine. They had the M4A1, which was good at all ranges. It was sort of the do it all gun. And then you have the AK-74, which is a faster version, not as good at range, but is a do it all gun. So I think we'll just have to wait until everyone comes back in. But yeah, I mean, you have two do-it-all guns in the M4A1 and the AK-74, so I don't see why they would change it, but, you know, it is what it is. But, like, how the state of pubs at the moment with these dual pistols, crossbows, snipers, like, it's just stoners.
I think public games are becoming a really, I guess boring environment. You know, it's the same thing every game. You have a combination of the stoners, the magnums, and then now the crossbows and the street sweepers. It's a whole,
Yeah,
you don't see a lot of skill, being required
It's true.
for those type of guns. And
It's
you
just
know,
mar-
obviously-
it's just marketing, though, isn't it? Like if everyone's able to play the game to a decent standard, everyone's going to buy it next year. So you know.
Exactly, yeah. And I think if those guns are taken out in the next year, in the next Call of Duty, that's gonna actually make players kind of wake up and realize they need to get some fucking skill into them, you know?
So Jack, can you hear me now?
Yeah. Yeah.
And Jake, I wanna hear what you have to think of this issue. So we did have Rio mention to us earlier that the game tomorrow between you two is quite heated. Apparently he's gonna serve you Bize's bunda on a plate. Can you comment on this?
Oh.
Do you have a reply? Because
To be honest-
it seems like a bit of a burn to me, and I don't know. You know,
I'm kind of disgusted in him. The fact that he's that obsessed now with a 11-year-old is concerning.
I mean, poor
Because I
Bize.
haven't mentioned anything about BZ. The only way BZ comes out of anyone's mouth is his.
Search and destroy.
I mean, would you say Rio's kind of obsessed on Bize
Defend the
himself
objectives.
since he's calling you out for being?
I think
with,
so,
with-
because he's
with
technically
Bize?
using your joke. It's very original. It's not even his. So, I mean, he has to use jokes that are not even his, which is kind of upsetting, you know.
I suppose.
But
I
again-
suppose.
But again, he's more obsessed with an 11-year-old. So,
Oh, and there you have it, folks. For tomorrow's game, it's looking kind of gassed at the moment. That is going to be the pay-per-view event. So, on to... Let's skip that. Yeah, we don't need to talk about that.
Engaging up mail.
Quick one, Jake.
Syntax.
The changes to the control game on League.
Neutralized.
Good or nah?
I like the new Garrison A point.
Same.
I reckon it adds more intensity to the game. It's a lot easier to contest and it's a lot easier to capture, and it makes it fairer for everybody.
It's not just so like one-sided with defense. Like, yeah, it's pretty sick. What do you think about the removal of that head glitch, though? Do you know the OP one? Probably the best
I
Call of
reckon-
Duty head glitch ever.
It was too good to be in the game, and if you were decent with an AR, then no one was getting past you.
I mean,
I'm glad they took it out.
Yeah,
bomb has
I
been
dunno.
planted.
I mean, I like using it myself because you could use it with a sub. Well, you used to be able to use it with a sub as well. So, and you literally couldn't see the person, and you could just shoot through this like little railing thing. It's crazy. But anyway, on to football news. Germany lost to North
We'll beat them next
McDonald's
time.
last night. Any thoughts with the quality of that
Shocking.
squad?
I think
Timo
it's
Werner's Mr.
disappointing.
Sitter.
Timo Werner again. I think.
I
Man
mean,
is-
it's
man
hats
is
off
gone.
to Macedonia on that one, but it's very
Switching
disappointing
sides.
for World Cup winners and many global winners, such as like Germany, for
Especially
for them to
Ireland
lose
and
to a team like Macedonia. You know,
Wipe out the objective.
Yeah. I
it's a
mean,
huge loss.
Bomb acquired.
Jay, what do you think of our chance at the Euros? England.
I reckon we've got a good chance. I reckon we could have France. Generally, not speaking out my ass, I think we could have France.
Possible.
With the
It's-
team we've got, with Big Boy Kane at the front, we'll get into anyone.
Bomb dropped.
It's doable. We'll have to see. I mean, who's your front three is the main question.
Sancho, Kane, and Grealish.
Nice. No Foden in there, or is he in your midfield selection?
He's in my midfield. When he plays out on the wing, he's too much playing by himself.
Yeah, it's more of a Grealish rollout, anyways. But Raheem Sterling, don't really think he's been performing as of recent. He's not getting in the City team. England
No.
didn't look great against pretty dead opposition.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think, Jack? Obviously, you're Irish, Optic Shamrock, the one and only. How do you think your chances are in the Euros? If you make it, I don't know if you're qualified.
So, yeah, we haven't been very good. Football isn't really the Irish
Switching
national
rally
sport.
points.
It's nothing we haven't been able to do well in. Obviously, we had a good Euros 2016. That wasn't too bad for us. But yeah, this year I think
the
has
objective.
definitely not been a great one.
Didn't
And
you
definitely
beat
one to forget.
Germany that year?
We beat Italy. We beat Germany as well. Yeah, we somehow managed to beat Germany. That was definitely history making for the Irish team, and to beat Italy as well in the Euros was also. You know, you don't expect a team like Ireland to do that in football. So
No, I was gonna say. I remember. See, that's how long we've been friends now. It's like kind of crazy.
it's mad. Yeah.
Because I remember us talking about that when that happened.
Yeah. Crazy.
But anyway, so
Only
we're
one
looking forward
hostile
to
remaining.
everyone's
I
looking forward
think
to.
I do think when you're talking to Jake about the England squad, I do think England have a strong
You performed as
chance at
expected,
the
Euro.
Euros this year. I
Prepare
do
to
think.
I do. I think we're
I know.
class.
I know. I'm going against my own country here, but I do think they are one of the favourites regarding France. They are a strong, competitive team. As long as they just don't make
Switching
any
sides.
stupid decisions with their goalkeeper. You know, Pickford has to be in the net. Can't have fucking Joe Hart in there.
Nick Pope,
God help us
mate.
if- God help you if you
Nick
do.
Pope, mate.
Or
Neutralize the
Pope. Or
objectives.
Pope.
Jordan Pickford. Are you
Oh,
mentally ill?
He wasn't too bad in the World Cup, in
Mate.
Too
fairness.
close.
I'll tell you what. Just stick to commenting
Yeah.
on Ireland. That'll probably do you better. Jordan fucking Pickford. Taking a piss, Jack. That's more of an insult than anything.
Charges dropped.
Spy plane standing by.
Oh, for fuck's
But
sake.
as we were saying, who do you reckon the runners up to winning the Euro is going to be? Quarters and semis.
Well, I mean, it's probably
It
Shamrock,
is-
I think.
I think the 4 semis are going to be in the Euros.
Got to have
I think
France
they're
in
going to
there.
be, yeah, France, England, Portugal, and
I don't think Spain are quite at it at the moment.
I
no,
reckon Belgium.
Take comfort.
Belgium are a
comrade.
good side. I
We'll
mean,
beat them next
Lukaku's
time.
supposedly in form, but he's playing a bunch of farmers, so who really knows?
Yeah.
Belgium are a good side, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
Belgium.
depends if Hazard's fit, but I don't know. De Bruyne, yeah.
Switching rally points.
Anyways, I think that will just about wrap up this week. We've hit the half-an-hour mark. Shamrock, thank you for being late to the podcast as ever. Really appreciate having you on. Everybody, give it up
Thank
for
you.
Optic, Shamrock.
Defend the objectives.
And then, thank you, Jake.
Thanks, Jake.
As usual, well, I say as usual, me and Jake will now be continuing a weekly podcast as long as there is enough shit to talk about every week or so. So, yeah, Jack, we hope to, hopefully you can join us again next week. That'd be class. But
Absolutely, man. No problem.
we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But yeah, thank you for being on the show with us today. It's been really good fun.
No bother.
Thank you everyone who's tuned in to watch. We will get better as it goes on. Hopefully one day we'll have enough money to get our own studio and we can actually do it in person. So peace out. Jake, anything you want to say?
Thank you, lads.
Goodbye, everybody.
Swindon Robbins.
Yeah.
Shout out Marcus Tarrant.
Yeah.
Take comfort, comrade.
Big feet.
We'll beat them next time.
Right, yeah, so sick. Well done, boys.